Welcome everyone. So today I have a very special author. She's a young author who has joined us, and her name is Anya Agarwal, and she has written a beautiful book, Life is a Poem. And I'm so honored that she is here today. She could fly all the way from her hometown, Varanasi, to have a conversation about the book with me today. So let's welcome Anya and have a detailed discussion about the book. So welcome, Anya, and I'm so glad you could make it to this podcast. Thank you so much for joining.
No, thank you for inviting me. It means a lot.
So let's quickly jump to the book. Your book, Life is a Poem. So let us know what this book is all about.
So basically, I wanted to title this book as Life is a Poem written by a man who cried in rain, as it is inspired by a very famous quote. I don't remember who has written it, but it's better to cry in rain because our tears are invisible. So I was deeply affected by this quote. That's why I wanted to name the book this, but I thought that it should be a bit short so it could allure the audience more, because it's a bit mysterious if you see. But I think that this book really follows upon the problems, struggles which are happening in the world, because people think that their problems are very big, and they think what they are suffering from is big. But I want to relate that we should be happy in our own space. We should try to find happiness, because there are bigger problems than what we are suffering from. We are much more blessed than people who are suffering from much worse. So this is the core emotion of the book.
Wonderful. And at this age, you are a young author. And from where do you get inspiration to write on such topics?
Well, mostly I try to, try more genres like suspense, horror, psychological thriller, and even sometimes romance. But I think my surroundings are a big inspiration for me, because we authors, we see around and we get inspiration from that even here in the studio I can see beautiful paintings, even those plants. So they are like very inspirational for me. So I think our surrounding really helps us to write.
Wow. So you take inspiration from all the surroundings, every moment, things happening, from the people, from their emotions. So this takes a lot of insights. So have you been doing it since much more childhood age, or you just started this?
Well, I discussed about this in my previous podcast as well. So when I was very little, I used to, I think बहुत सारी मम्मियाँ ऐसा करती हैं कि अपनी फिंगर्स मत देखो, अपनी फिंगर्स से मत खेलो. बट मैं बहुत ही मिस्चिवस चाइल्ड थी इस चीज़ में. मैं हमेशा लाइक फिंगर्स बहुत देखती थी, फिंगर्स से बहुत खेलती थी. तो लाइक मोस्टली बहुत लोगों के लिए ये चीज़ एक रैबिट होगी कि रैबिट है शैडो एनिमल के लिए. बट मुझे ये हमेशा एक बर्ड लगती थी दिखने में कि इट कैन फ्लाई लाइक दिस. तो मैं पूरे दिन ऐसे खेलती रहती थी, सोचती रहती थी, स्टोरी बनाती रहती थी. एंड ऐसी ही बहुत सारी चीज़ें. इवन मैं डॉल्स से खेलती थी, बहुत ज़्यादा पेंटिंग्स हुआ करती थी. तो मैं हर चीज़ में एक स्टोरी खोजने की कोशिश करती थी. इवन दो लाइक समटाइम्स इट वुडंट वर्क आउट, बट मुझे स्टोरी स्टोरी एक तरीके से बुनना बहुत फन काम लगता था. इवन एज अ चाइल्ड, जैसे बहुत सारे बच्चों के लिए था कि वीडियो गेम्स खेल लेते हैं, टीवी देख लेते हैं. इवन आई लाइक टू वॉच टीवी, बट उसमें जो कार्टून में हो रहा है उसके आगे क्या हो सकता है वो भी मेरे दिमाग में चलता था.
Right. So you were a dreamer and visualizing person from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
For Life is a Poem, I had a special edition. I have given the audience a playlist, like an English playlist and a Hindi playlist, so they could connect with both. I always, get heavily inspired by music to write, because whenever I write, I'm also a very cinema into person as well. So I like to visualize when I'm writing. And when I'm visualizing, I need something in the background. So suppose I'm writing an emotional scene, I need some sad music in the background. If I'm writing a happy scene, I need some light-hearted songs. So I think music is a very important part in my writing journey. And it is very important for audience as well, because I have seen that many readers, crave for a playlist from the author, so they could, feel a bit more connected with the book. So that's why I have given a playlist. And even if you like the playlist, let me know, because each and everything I need the audience to tick it. that this all is approved by them.
So ये जो book आपने लिखी है, Life is a
Yeah.
Poem, who should pick this book?
Well, I think anyone who is above 13 can read this book, and as I said earlier, it is a very touching and very emotional book. So it's not for the weak-hearted, obviously, but no. But even if you are a weak-hearted person, you should know about the reality which is happening around you, and you should be very tough enough for the world, because the world is not a bed full of roses. As this is also a very famous quote. I had also, remixed it by myself. I had written it a bit lengthier. So my side of the quote is: "Life is not a bed full of roses. It is a labyrinth filled with thorns which can prick us." So this is also the very much sentiment of the book. There are some places where I have written chapters. There are a few things that when I was writing the book, I was suffering from as well, like a few fights and all. So from that sentiment also, like after the fight, what do you feel? Do you feel sad? Do you feel a bit angry? These elements are also shown in the book.
Right. So the reader who would read your book, what is the takeaway that he should expect after reading your book?
Firstly, the quote which I said, that would be the thing which would be running in the reader's mind. And secondly, is that it is a bit of a sad book, but it is very entertaining as well. So the thing that they would take away is that life is short, but make it impactful, that the world remembers you even after 100 years.
Wonderful. Such a deep thought coming from young generation, and it's such inspiring thing. So you are an inspiration to a lot of people, because
That means a lot. That really means a lot.
yes. Also, writing a book, obviously a lot of people look up to you as an author, as an inspiration. And yes, the world is going through such an era where there are a lot of fights, a lot of stress. So your book can be a ray of hope for them to understand and tackle their emotions.
Yeah, but I would like to add on, like this book is like a hope, but it's also a ray of reality that the people sometimes avoid. So it's more of a ray of hope and reality, if you want to say it like that.
Wow. So a message from your side to the viewers.
A message from my side is everyone has a passion, and everyone is driven by a passion, and a person who does not have a passion is useless. That's why it is a quote from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna ji has said this. So I think that if we do not have a purpose in life, if we do not have a duty in our life, then it's meaningless, because then our mind is just overthinking. Because even I'm a writer, I overthink a lot, but I think that this overthinking is always the element which creates more problems. So I think this is one thing that the audience would receive from this book.
Talking to you, what I realized is, as when we were young, we have a lot of creativity and imagination power, but when we grow up down the line, it's like we pack it up and then stuck it up in some place down the line. So what message you want to give to the young people, young kids watching you, that they should not be doing it what many adults have done it?
Well, I think that our surrounding is filled with both good and bad. It is very easy to get influenced by the bad because it looks cool. But I think that we do not have to be cool in this generation. You just have to listen to your heart. What is your heart saying to you? And I think that is the only thing that the new generation should pick up on now. And most of them are doing this also, because back in the day, many people used to think that partying is cool, but nowadays people are more into quiet and calm things. So I think this is changing, and it is very brilliant.
So at what moment you realize that you are into writing, creative writing, and now it's time for me to take a big leap and get it published and become a published author?
So it's a very long story. I was 9 years old, and I think it was time of lockdown, and there was nothing to do at home. So my mom really likes, series, movies, and all. So I also had the Harry Potter book set, which was gifted to me by my friend. So I had picked upon that and I had started reading it. So when I finished this book series, I was very, surprised, to be honest. I thought कि something this detailed and so elaborately written is very beautiful to read, and it is very insightful, that it can give you more inspiration to write after it. So I also watched the movie series so I could understand J.K. Rowling's visualization power. So after that, when that whole thing was over, like I was sitting in my room and I was very affected by this series, and I thought ki there might be something which could be a part of this story, and there would be something more. Maybe I could discover the story which is after this, beyond this. So I took the laptop which I used to do online classes from, and I opened Word. I tried to create a collage type of book cover, and I started writing. It was, I think, 10 or 12 pages long book, and I had written it and I showed it to my mom. Ki, see, I have written something beyond, like this story is connected to this. And she did it and said, it is written very nice. They even had a small interview which I got it done at that age, and I was very into about it. After that, 1 year I didn't write anything because passing of my late grandfather, and it had deeply affected me. But the next year, I tried to regain my confidence and I started to write again. And then I found my publisher, Notion Press. It is, I can describe Notion Press as a ray of hope in my life, which they, finally given me my purpose, which I was born with, which is literature. So I finally published my book at the age of 11, and that's how it began. So I can say J.K. Rowling is a motherly inspiration. Like, she might not know me, but like from miles away, she showed me a ray of new beginnings. So I must say that I am grateful to J.K. Rowling for creating me into this beautiful crafter I am today.
Wow. Wow. So J.K. Rowling, if she listens to it, she'll be very happy and satisfied that she's inspiring a lot of kids of your age to take that great decision. So do you think in your journey or anyone's journey, the parents' role is very important? The support is very important.
Yes.
Yes. So the way you were explaining that your mother encouraged you, so that encouragement is also very necessary for kids to go forward and do what they like. Wonderful. So now what? Any next edition or any next book coming?
Yes. So I had recently published my 9th book, which is The Field of Peonies. It is a part of a trilogy. It's my first series, and the first book, if I want to describe it in a very short manner, I have a deep love for Indian literature, cinema, and music, mostly retro types. So I really had a major inspiration from that while writing the book. So if any of the audience likes that aspect, they can definitely check the book out. And besides that, I also have an upcoming project, but I won't reveal it right now. It's a surprise for you guys, but when it will be out, I'll let you know.
Wonderful. So if anyone wants to get connected to you, how they should go about with it?
My books are available on Amazon, Flipkart, Kindle, and Kobo also. But if you really want to talk to me or some things, you can just follow, just drop a DM on Insta. My ID, Anya Agrawal, just very simple. Because I know nowadays people have a very, stylish type of username, but I really like to keep it simple. My username is Anya Agrawal, _Anya _Agrawal. You can just DM me, talk to me, and if you want to give, feedback to me, you can just drop it on Amazon. So I know where to improve more and where I could challenge myself and hustle more for new genres.
9 books already, right? And it doesn't look nice on my part to ask the age, but I am assuming that you are young enough, right? And 9 books at this age, it's big achievement, and big kudos to your parents as well, who are supporting you and who are standing behind you as a support system. So my regards to them as well. So Wonderful, wonderful in the journey. You are doing great. And you have also won accolade, Golden Wings Book Award 2026 for this book. So how does that feel?
Well, I was very surprised when I got to know that my book is shortlisted for the Golden Wings Book Award, because by now I used to think that I'm connected with more young readers, but I didn't know that my books would get recognized at such a big platform. So it really is a blessing from my grandfather and the gods. So it means a lot. And I would like to add, for the support part, my mother, she is a very encouraging person in my life. You know, someone like, even if I'm feeling lethargic and if I feel that I have no ideas to write upon, she helps me. And my father is there for me to cheer me and to, you know, just always make me smile and just high up my confidence. And as for my brother, he is there for me to get me more books so I can add it on my TBR, which is always unread. But yeah, my family, touchwood, I am blessed to have such a wonderful family.
It's always good to have a support system so that you can spread your wings and keep flying higher.
Yeah.
So anything more that you would like to add about the book?
I would like to add upon is just read it, feel the book, because this book is like, if you just complete it, it will stay with you for a few days in your thoughts, in your dreams. So I want to say, just read it, think upon it, and just write your feelings down after reading this book. And if you think that some part is a bit not well written or it needs more improvement, just write a feedback on Amazon, because I feel that I am working for the audience, and their approval, their validation means a lot to me. So each feedback I always read, and I always cherish it. Also, I would like to add that the book which I had written in lockdown, its name was Amelia Longbottom. So basically, it is my first fan fiction in a form of book. It was the third book which I published, but it would always be the dearest to me. So what happens is that after the death of Voldemort, the story goes from the perspective of his daughter Delphine. I think that this story was, canon by J.K. Rowling herself. She had written it, The Cursed Child. So I had picked up from there. So this goes from the perspective of Delphine, so who is the daughter of Voldemort, and Bellatrix. So how she is going through problems, as well as there was another lead. Just like I said, Amelia. So it is pretty much similar to Harry Potter, but in a very different way, because I tried to write horror and psychological thriller parts in that as well. And I think it is a very interesting book to read. It is a short read, and I think Potterheads might like it, might not, but I hope that I would get their approval. And J.K. Rowling confirms this as canon.
So now I'm going to ask you a difficult question, right?
Okay.
Which chapter is your favorite part? Because I know it's difficult to pick one, because that is your book, your baby. But if I have to ask you.
I wouldn't say a chapter, but there's a part of my book. It is about death. I know it's a very serious topic, but I always find death to be a very interesting topic to write upon, because there are certain feelings when you are writing that part in the book. You feel grief, you feel denial, you feel anger. And these feelings really emote your thoughts and how they are going to be penned down in the book. So I think that this would be my favorite part, because mostly मेरी बहुत सारी books में sad endings होती हैं, लेकिन नहीं, मेरी new जो book है उसमें happy ending है, लेकिन mostly I like to write sad endings because it is the reality of the world. And I feel that the death is a very difficult part to write, but I will always cherish it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So why till now you said that you have this sad ending in your books?
Well, this is going to sound very mean, but I'm a bit of a sadist person. I really like to write sad endings, but sometimes, my mom reads my books whenever I show her. So she once said to me sad endings are good, but try to make them happy. So this time I took a challenge that I want to write a happy book. But obviously it's going to be a bit sad of some parts, but I tried. And I hope that the new book gets a good response so I could keep writing happy endings, or I would be sad because my audience is sad as well.
Okay. No, so unless there is the happy ending, it's not the end. So you are coming up with few other editions. So people will be hopeful of reading more and more of your work. So great. And viewers, as said, if you want to get connected to the author, the description of the Insta link would be mentioned in the description box. So you can go and get connected to author Anya. And if you want to buy the book, because we shared such an interesting conversation today, so the link to buy the book is also there at the description box. You can go ahead and click on the link. And it's such an inspiring and motivating talk that we had today. At this young age, you are doing such great things, and then you are inspiring people, you're inspiring the readers, and it's so amazing. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for inspiring us. And the world needs people like you.
Thank you so much.
To be the ray of hope. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.